Okay, now we're going.
Okay, are we recording?
We are recording.
All right, okay. I know the first question was what specific services are we providing for our CP? Um, do one of you ladies want to explain? I know you ladies did your services together, Caitlin and Angela.
Um, what we a large portion of what we did was we worked on the coffee shop that they're new opening up, and we were helping with like the woodwork that they were doing. But I think it'll be really cool to see it when it's all done because it does help like the students that are there a lot, just getting them on their feet and getting them out and getting them a real job and stuff.
Yeah, so the place that we volunteered at, Freedom for Youth, is building this coffee shop to help high schoolers work there and, like she said, get them on their feet and get a job. So what we helped with was help actually with the construction of the coffee shop because it's still being built. So we did some painting, we did just a lot of stuff like that. And then we worked with the kids a little bit towards the end. But yeah, we did a lot of that type of stuff.
Okay, cool. And see, Miss Shauna, I volunteered with them also, but I didn't volunteer at the same time. So my experience was completely different. Like my entire focus was on the kids, the middle schoolers and the elementary schoolers, and I would tutor them. We'd have reading time. We'd have free time. We'd play outside. Um, at one point, the kids they got a reward, so they got to have a movie day. So helped them pop popcorn. We watched movies. So it was pretty fun. I didn't get to do any um, craftsmanship or build anything, but yeah, I had a lot of fun with the kids, and also my experience was different because I was with them for a week and a half. So, and I know Angela and Caitlin, they did theirs within like 2 days, which was great. I wish I could have did that, but I got to know the kids. I got to know their names. They got to a lot of them begin to like me. Like when's Miss J coming? So that was pretty fun. And we ate meals together. We would have dinner every day at 6. So and sometimes it'd be tacos. One day it was burgers. They grilled outside. So yeah, I definitely enjoyed it. So basically, what our CP provided, from my experience, is tutoring services for kids, just a safe, special place for kids to come after school, so they wouldn't be, roaming the streets and interacting in bad activities. So, and they also have a food pantry there, and like Angela and um, Caitlin said, they're building a coffee shop for the older kids, so they can work. So. Yeah.
So, Mike, can you guys hear me okay? Can you hear me?
Can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
No.
Okay, how about now?
Yeah.
Okay. So my community partner with Family Promise, they work with a lot of displaced families. They're not quite an emergency shelter because there's a list and requirements to get in if they're the next best thing. So I worked with them on 3 separate occasions. The first time was at the food pantry. They were kind of doing a community outreach at one of the food pantries at a local church. So I had the opportunity to help those folks get the food that they need and interact with them as well. And I just kind of helped the caseworker to explain to the people what family promise was and services that they provided. And then the next time that I was with them, I met with two families that they were hosting. And one of them was a young mom who had a 2-month-old baby, and then a little boy who was 2 years old. I provided a lot of newborn education for her, for the 2-month-old, and then answered a lot of questions that she had about feeding her baby and her other child. And then I helped the caseworker provide nutritional education to both the families. And then my last visit with them, the way that they help these families have a place to stay is they partner with local churches. And each week, a different church hosts the families for the week. So I went with them to one of the churches with the family and stayed with them for the evening and stayed the night. So I just met with the families and snuggled on the baby and answered any questions that she had. But that was a great experience in that, I don't think that to feel what it was like for them to kind of be displaced and have to stay the night in the church. It's nice to have that shelter, but they're there and then they have to leave by 7 in the morning and go to the main organization, and then they go back to the church around 5 or 6 in the evening. So that's what I did. You guys want to add anything else about this?
Sounds good. Are we on to the next question? Question 2?
Myself, I have done 16 and a half hours.
You said 16 and a half? Cool. It's always better to do more than less, definitely.
I was worried. It was challenging. I had to get in the hours with my schedule and trying to find somebody to watch the kids, and I was glad to be able to find the time, and it was worth it.
Yeah. For me, I actually did 15 hours. And the reason so is because, like I said, I kind of got a little attached to the kids because I was with them for almost 2 weeks. So a few of the girls were like, are you going to be here next Thursday? And I wasn't supposed to come, but because they asked me to, I told them that I would, so I spent an extra day with them. And that's 15 hours, not including the 3 that I previously had for the riverbend. So
I did 15 hours total. It was kind of, I don't know. I feel like I can speak for Katie and I when I say that we liked what we were doing. We felt like we were really helping the organization, but we didn't get, because of our schedules, we didn't get a lot of time with the kids. So like Jessica, we didn't get like that one-on-one. We were only with them the entire time we were there for like 2 hours. So we never got that one-on, you know what I mean? It more felt like required service hours than like something, I don't know. You kind of get what I'm saying. Like something that we wanted to be there for. It would have been better. Like I feel like we would have been able to come back and do more if we were working with the kids more. But it just didn't work out that way. So.
Yeah. I did 15 hours with Angela. Well, that includes the 3 hours from the riverbend tour. But yeah, we just have crazy schedules, and I wish I could have fit more in, but we shoved it all into spring break so we wouldn't have to work and go to school and volunteer.
No, but that's good though, because I feel like your guys' experience was different. Like I would have loved to like pound on some nails and stuff, But
It was fun. It was just we didn't get to interact with anybody. It was just me and Katie. You know,
yeah,
like we liked the job that we were doing. It was just like like I said, we didn't. There was one day that we were cleaning a house. I mean, we were cleaning a house that the organization owned. So it was, yeah, it was. It's hard when you're kind of, and we were happy to do whatever would help out because they said, you know, anything helps. This all helps. But like I said, yeah, it's a different scenario than when you were.
yeah. But no, I mean, I think it's totally cool though that you guys got to do it together. That's one
Mhm.
thing I missed out on. Like I was kind of like, oh, here I'm kind of lonely, and everyone's like, oh, hey, are you new? And I'm like, yeah. Like you
I know
guys
it was
were
so
a
hard because
team.
I was like I was so hard because I was like I have this specific day I can go and that's like it. That's why we had to do all those hours in those 2 days. So
But it's really cool that we all had different experiences.
mhm.
Then we can share more of what Freedom for Youth does because we all did something different. And
It's definitely cool that we all have a different perspective
yeah,
and different amounts of time and well, yeah. Okay, for the third question, it says, what are you learning when it comes to like serving our community partners? So I guess what have we learned? I guess it says learning because I guess maybe they think that we're still volunteering, but we all have ours done. So I guess what have we learned?
Through my partner, I found speaking with the families, and even if they help these families find a job to help them get into a place, there is not affordable housing around here. The area that I'm in, there's just not a lot of that. There's not a lot of opportunities. So it's like, even though they try to set these families up, there's nowhere really for them to go. Um, it's kind of it's a crappy cycle. But the peace manager that I spoke with, she's working with housing board to try to bring in more affordable housing. It's just the area is kind of booming and it's pricing it out of the reach for a lot of lower income people, unfortunately. I don't know, that was one thing that really struck me. And then at the food bank, I was really expecting to see a lot of younger families. It was predominantly a lot of elderly people, which I guess when you sit there and think about it, it makes sense. You know, they have limited income and they're probably buying a lot of medications and not a lot for food. So that was really interesting. I don't know if that answers it.
okay.
I think one thing that I learned was despite the situations that all the kids were in, they all had such a positive impact, and it was kind of an inspiration to me because here we are, you know, and I know all of us have been like, you know, this semester has been so hard, and we have such different schedules. But when we look at like the kids that we're helping, like they have it such worse off, and they have such a positive impact, you know, on the they have such a positive outlook on their lives, and it just really kind of like puts things into perspective for me, and I think that's kind of what volunteering is all about. Is kind of like this is really what it's about. Like this is, you know, you are so blessed with what you have, and then yeah, just kind of the other thing I had mentioned in our previous chat, just about how there are so many people in the community that do need our help, and I didn't really realize that before we did deliver them to them. So that's just kind of what I learned.
Yeah. I really enjoyed, even though we were only with the kids for, like Angela said, probably 2 hours out of the whole time we volunteered. but just everything that they did, I mean, they didn't have to tell us their story to like kind of understand where they come from and what their background is. So that was pretty cool to learn all their personalities, and some of them, I had one girl and I really got to know more of her personality because I was her tutor. And kind of tying back to the class, servers they're supposed to serve first and then help themselves, and that I learned that's pretty difficult, but it's a great thing to do if you can.
Well, what I learned for being there for a week, that I learned a lot about the volunteers, actually. There are so many volunteers that volunteer to help those kids and just to be an extra set of eyes. And I thought that was so cool because there's some people that come all the way from Norwalk or all the way like 30 minutes away just to come into the inner city to volunteer at that specific organization. I thought that was so cool.
Yeah, there were some from Ames when we were volunteering that came all the way.
Yeah. And then it was so cool. Like I saw like one gentleman, he was like 65 years old volunteering. And then there were even kids that were the same age as the kids there volunteering. And I thought that was really neat because I'm like, wow, all these people, no matter what age, where they're from, where they live, they all came together to this one organization just to volunteer for the same purpose. And I found that amazing. And then also, because I got to spend more time with the kids, more one-on-one time, I got to learn that even though the kids might be from, like some kids, like they just came from Africa, or some kids barely spoke English. Regardless where they came from, they all came together and they all knew how to have fun together. And they all knew how to learn together. And I thought that was pretty cool because, they say kids are innocent, they can't do any harm. Like, when you see all kids, like, interacting together, like, you really realize, like, yeah, like, it doesn't matter where you're from, what skin tone you are. Like, we're all the same.
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
Me and Angela, we actually learned a lot from the kids because they taught us a game that we've never heard of, and they taught us some like jump rope dance or whatever you call them. So that was pretty cool to learn what they do there and stuff.
Question 4. How is your service learning project expressing and developing your service leadership skills? Be specific.
What was it? Sorry.
Can you hear me?
Kind of.
Read that question.
Yeah, I can read it. Sorry, am I loud? Can everybody hear?
Yeah.
Question 4 is, how is your service learning project expressing and developing your servant leadership skills? And be specific.
I guess for me, it just has taught me to really take notice of my community and to see those areas of need and to find where I can help others, because I feel like being part of a community, it's almost it ought to be an obligation to help those around you that are less fortunate if you're able to. And even if it is just a couple hours a month, like just anything, really to make a huge impact in other people's lives. It's just really showed me that, your idea of also somebody who's homeless isn't necessarily that person that you see on the side of the road holding up a sign. It can be the person that you're working next to every day. another thing that it works out for me. So I think I guess it's really strengthening my ability to be aware of my surroundings and see where I'm helping impact.
That's cool. I'm glad you learned some new things.
One of the big things that I learned that kind of changed my perspective is, me and Angela, we kind of did more the behind the scenes work, which was fine. I mean, we had a good time still. But like, I didn't think that cleaning sawdust, would make a difference. So it kind of makes me think that little things that I do actually matter. So I'm more convinced that I can make differences in the world now, because before I didn't know that anything small would even help them at all. And that was pretty cool to realize that.
I think that the biggest thing that helped me like with my servant leadership is how to like communicate with people, because like sometimes it's hard being in an online class and I mean, not really being able to serve people, not being able to have that social aspect. So it was nice being out there and doing that type of stuff. And also, like kind of like Jessica mentioned, seeing these volunteers, like the one volunteer we worked with at the coffee shop, he was like I think he was like 70 years old. He was retired, and he was there every single day. He was the main guy at the coffee shop, and that's just like such an inspiration to me of how I want to be as a servant leader, and how he does things behind the scenes. Nobody really knows he's there, and that's just kind of like his job. That's just what he does, So yeah, it just kind of helped me like practice serving people, I guess you could say, and then also just focus on what I want to do when I do graduate, and how I want to serve.
Okay, it's my turn. As for me, I kind of, as far as how it helped me develop as a servant leader, kind of like how Angela and Caitlin hit on from the topic of how they're behind the scenes. Like for the first, like even though I was there for a week and a half, I swear, like the first 3 days, like I didn't really do much. I just kind of sat there and I just kind of like watched. And even though I didn't do much, just the presence of me being there and being an extra set of eyes, it was definitely very helpful for the other volunteers. Because I would notice the little girl that took her phone out, or I would notice a little boy that was trying to sneak outside, and I just, you never think like, okay, well, I'm just sitting here, I can't do much. And I just realized, every little bit counts. Just because you might not have a huge significant role in servicing people or helping someone, doesn't mean that the help that you are giving isn't significant. Mm-hmm. And then also, how else? Oh my goodness, ladies, patience. I'm an impatient person, and those kids, I learned to be patient, definitely. And I know that's a big skill that is needed as far as communication and helping people, the patience that you need to have. And especially the boys, they definitely helped me develop more patience, because I never realized how long it takes a child to do something, because I don't have kids of my own. And especially on a daily basis, and then you realize this child's, it's their routine, and I have to follow their routine because I'm the one that's there to help them. So as far as like tutoring and reading and Bible study, all that, I was working with their schedule, and so I definitely learned to be patient. I definitely learned some more skills also, but that's one of the biggest things that stood out for me. So
yeah.
questions.
Yeah.
Project. Do you guys want to, so you saw the email I sent to your professor, presentation, about how to incorporate mine with your guys's, and mine is, different organization. And it sounds like there's some common themes. So I didn't know, would it help for me to, looking at the guidelines of the paper, would it help for me to go through and answer those from the perspective of my organization, and we can compare it to your guys's, and then just kind of filter it, I guess, somehow tie it in? Maybe not necessarily use it all or pieces or whatever. I don't know how else to do this.
That would be helpful, I think.
So I'm doing that.
We're not recording anymore, are we?
Yeah, we are. I think we need at least 15 to 20 minutes. That's what it said. And I know part of it, they told, part of the assignment was to talk about our future project. This is week 14.
Oh, so this is okay?
Yep.
Okay. I feel like that would be okay. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how else we could do it.
Yeah.
I did take some pictures.
Jessica, Katie, and me, do we just want to all three get together and do it after she gives us her portion?
Yeah, that'd be perfect. I'm not very good with writing papers. That's why I volunteered a few weeks ago to like orchestrate the PowerPoint. And plus, I have pictures and stuff that I can post and stuff like that.
That's fine. So then, but do you want to do the entire PowerPoint if me and Katie work on the paper? I mean, it's kind of a lot.
Well, I mean, oh, you said it's a lot for me for the PowerPoint. Yeah. I mean, I could do most of it, but when I explained in the email, I don't know if you guys know what, like how we're logged into our emails. Like I can create a PowerPoint whenever you log into your email, you can fix it and add and take out whatever you want, and it'll show who did what.
Okay. So how about Jessica, you do you do the portion of the PowerPoint that you think, and then Shauna, you do the portion of the paper, and then we get together and finish up both pieces. How does that sound?
And then also me and Shauna, me and you, we can work together as far as like putting your pictures and stuff on the PowerPoint and your explanations of your community partner and stuff like that. So, and we'll find a way to tie it all together, because it sounds like to me that we were basically providing the same services, just in a different way.
Yeah, right. So, and at a different organization.
Right. So
I don't think that really matters.
Yeah. And I feel like we all kind of learned, we all kind of gained the same information and experience. So.
Yeah. Okay, so I forget, when is it all due the last week?
They wrote a draft.
What?
We're supposed to submit a rough draft of the paper and PowerPoint.
This week, correct?
No, it's not this week, is it?
Because this week is week 12, I believe. Is this week 12?
Is this I think this is 13.
This is 13.
It's week 13.
I thought
Sorry, I forgot today was Monday. Yeah, it's week 13.
I'm so confused.
You just posted about this week, and I haven't read it yet.
Yeah, me either.
I did, but I didn't think I saw anything about the rough draft being due this week.
I'm gonna see if I can find it on my phone. And I'll read it to you, ladies.
Okay.
Okay, week 13 announcements. Not seeing. It says also your team should be starting to prepare a rough draft of your SLT PowerPoint presentation and summary paper.
Okay. So Shauna, do you think you could answer your questions by Friday? Is that long enough for you?
What is today? Monday. I think I can.
Okay, because I think I remember Katie's schedule enough to know that me and her could get together Friday afternoon to do that.
So I could try. I'll probably will do is if I have to, I can stay up Thursday.
And just a rough draft. Just remember, it's just a rough draft.
Okay.
And also,
Yeah, I can.
I on my own messaged Dr. Mar because I don't know if you ladies read through how the presentation is supposed to be. He was very vague, not specific at all. So he emailed me the specifics and what questions I need to answer as far as putting the PowerPoint together.
Okay.
So, like you said, you ladies were gonna meet Friday.
Yeah. Well,
if you wanted to, I can meet up with you.
Okay. Is that okay? I'm just kind of speaking for you because I thought I remembered your schedule.
I did just get a new patient, and I work from 2 to 6 on Fridays. But if you guys were open after that, I could.
Yeah, we could just meet at Mercy. That'd be fine.
Yeah. What time? Before 2 or after 6?
It would have to be after 6.
Okay. Does that work for you, Jessica?
Yeah, that's perfect. Friday, we could meet at 7. The library's open till 10, so that'd be fine with me. We could talk more about it then. But I'll have a rough draft of the PowerPoint so you ladies could try to get a feel for what's going to be on it. So.
Okay.
And then Shauna, just send us that by Friday evening.
Did you want to email me his guidelines for the PowerPoint so that when I add my stuff in?
Oh, yes, I will. I'll email the email he sent me. Okay. I can actually email it to all you ladies just so you know what's going on.
I didn't hear that. Sorry, what?
Oh, she asked me if I could email her the guidelines that he sent me for the PowerPoint.
Oh, okay.
And I'll go ahead and just email it to all you ladies so you can see what he said.
Okay.
So you guys are meeting?
Yeah, Shauna, and if you need anything as far as the PowerPoint, just email me. Let me know.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't done PowerPoint since, I think, 2008, and I just recently had to do them the last couple of weeks. So they're a little rusty.
Yeah. I'm pretty creative. I'm pretty good at them, so.
Okay. Well, do you ladies have anything else? Otherwise, I'll get that to you guys by Friday morning.
Okay.
Have it.
Okay.
You're meeting later in the evening.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll make sure that you have that.
Caitlin and Angela, I tend to be forgetful, so I'll have to write that down for Friday. But don't hesitate to email me at all.
I'll email you guys on Thursday just to make sure we're still good for Friday.
Okay. Yeah. All right, perfect. Are we done? I think we're done.
Has it been 15 minutes?
Has it been 15, 20 minutes, Shauna? Does it say?
There's not a timer on it. No,
I think it's been over that because it's 8:40 and we started a little bit after.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we're good.
Okay, perfect.
All right.
Thanks, ladies.
Thank you, guys.
All right. See you Friday.
Bye.
Bye.